First, Archie addresses a patient's personality crisis in Doctors.
What are you up to?
Nothing, why?
No, I was just wondering what...
Don't start, Jackie. I'm sick of you hounding me.
I'm not. I'm just coming to make the bed.
So just leave it. Oh, can't you give me 5 minutes peace, woman? Bad night.
Yeah, they all are just lately.
Come on, last day. It's nearly over.
Yeah. My life, my career, all over and done with.
Oh, God, we've been through all this.
Yeah. And I'm going to get struck off, so why keep up the farce, eh? Look, Joe, I've blown it. Everything. It's all down to me.
Come on up. You'll feel better after you've had something to eat and had a shower.
What's the point? I've alienated Ray. I've dragged you and the mill into this. I mean, I couldn't have created a more spectacular mess, could I?
No, you couldn't. But you're still a doctor.
Not after today, I'm not.
No one can take away from you your skills, all your knowledge, the years of training that you did. Surely that's worth fighting for.
I got a string of debt, Joe. I got no home, no relationship, and no friends anymore.
Well, like you said, you got yourself into this mess, Daniel. No one else.
Yeah, I know that.
Then get yourself out of that bed and stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Look, I can't take any more humiliation being piled on me at that hearing. Okay, I'm sick to death of the whole thing.
And I'm sick of listening to you whining on about it. So, what are you going to do? Lie there and wallow? What sort of man are you, for goodness sake?
Why don't you just get out and leave me alone?
All right, that's it. You just give up and throw the rest of your life away. If you don't care about what happens, why the hell should I? Or maybe Julia was right. Perhaps you're simply just not worth bothering about.
Dr. Clay, I wasn't expecting you so early.
Yeah, well, I had hoped to have the place to myself.
Snap. It's the last day of Dr. Granger's hearing, and I want to get ahead with my work before I go.
Sorry, I wasn't thinking.
That's because you have things on your mind.
Yeah.
And it's clearly been bothering you for a couple of weeks now.
You reckon, do you?
Yes, I reckon. I don't do idle chat or gossip, but I'm a surprisingly good listener. And it does help, you know, talking things over. And I do want to help if I can.
I'm not sure you can.
Well, one thing's for sure. We won't know unless we try.
You know, I stupidly let myself believe that for once all the pieces of my life were slotting together in the right place. Work, me, Eva, and then the proverbial hits the fan.
I must say, it is rather a lot to take in.
Yeah, well, I haven't had a decent night's sleep since I found out about the, you know.
Baby, Dr. Clay. You've got to get used to the idea. I must get on with morning surgery. I promise I'll talk to you before I go.
Want coffee?
No, I'm good, Tom.
What on earth?
Got any gum?
You can't go and see Dr. Woodson dressed like that.
She's my doctor. I'm not doing an audit.
Well, at least put a coat on to cover up that lot.
Copy that, doll.
Where did that come from?
Charity shop. £2. It's what I call a bargain.
Oh, I don't know where I am with you anymore, Max.
Comfy. What's wrong with that?
You're an accountant. You used to be smart. Now you look like a lorry driver.
Yeah?
All you need is a pair of boots to complete the ensemble.
Aha. Over and out.
Trust me, Chris. Good man.
Not sure it'll do much good.
Trust me, appearances can.
Even to a gambler and a thief.
At least you've taken responsibility for what you've done. In my book, that's something to be admired.
You've always believed in me, haven't you?
You've never given me reason not to.
Till now.
Come on. Don't want to be late.
Oh, I wish you'd stop making such a fuss.
You were never like this before the operation.
Because I was more dead than alive, remember?
Yes, I know, but you've changed.
No buts, Jackie. I've been given a second chance, and I'm going to make the most of it. Now, are you coming or what?
All you need is a tattoo and a CB radio, and you'd be straight out of a scene from Convoy.
10-4, baby. Mighty Max is pumping the gas.
Mr. Walsh has been waiting for some time. His appointment was at 10:15. All right, I'll do that. Dr. Woodson will see you now, Mr. Walsh. Oh, is it all right with you if I get off to the hearing now?
Yeah, of course. Let's hope the GMC make the right decision.
Oh, I'm sure they will. Although poor Dr. Fenton's going to be distraught if Dr. Granger gets struck off.
Families, honestly, they're a blessing or a curse.
They can be. Right. I'll get these to Dr. Clay and then I'll be off.
Mr. Walsh is looking well.
That's one word for it. Another is ridiculous.
Well, he's not his usual smart self, but apart from that, he's looking pretty good.
Yes, he is. Physically.
But?
He's changed since the operation. I don't know who I'm married to anymore.
So it's not just the outfit?
It's everything. He snaps at me for the slightest thing. He's become so secretive. He made me wait out here while he went in to see the doctor. It's not like Max.
Well, do you want me to have a word with Dr. Woodson?
I prefer you had a word with Max. Another man, you know, he might talk to you.
Well, I've got one more patient to see, but then I'm on house calls, so I'll see what I can do.
One thing I've learnt over the years is that life isn't perfect. It can be pretty messy, and things don't always go the way we want them to. You have to adapt to the situation, Dr. Clay. You have to ask yourself, do you care enough about Eva to make a life for her and the baby? Or more to the point, can you see yourself becoming a real family?
I can't see anything clearly right now.
I know you have reservations about being a father, especially after all the experiences you suffered as a child. But you don't have to follow your father's example.
It's the only one I've got.
Well, use it as a positive. Knowing the effect bad parenting has on a child can make you a better father. You're your own person, Jimmy. You can make your own choices.
It's always back to deciding which is the right one.
I think you need to consider the alternative. You end your relationship with Eva, walk away, and you may never get to know your own child. Are you really sure you can handle that?
Once the formalities are completed, then we'll begin the summing up.
What's O'Shea gets to hang, draw and quarter me all over again?
Just part of the process, Daniel.
Quite. Then I will follow with my summation, and then the chairman will give you the opportunity to have your say.
No, I don't think so. I'd only mess it up.
Come on, this is a chance for you to speak up for yourself, to convince them that you've learnt something from all this.
That's what I'm paying him for.
Actually, it's what I'm paying him for.
It could help your case if you felt able to offer the panel a sincere response.
It's your future, Daniel. Only you can tell them what that means to you.
Daniel.
One last push, and we'll know exactly where you stand.
Everything cool?
As a cucumber, heart rate, blood pressure, perfectly normal.
The old war wound's healing up quite nicely too.
New heart, new lease of life is what they say, isn't it?
Seen me 6 months ago. It's like I was on a death sentence. Look at me now.
Jackie must be pleased.
My life wouldn't be worth anything without her. She's been there for me every step of the way. But that's what marriage is about. The sharing, taking the rough with the smooth. That's what makes a real relationship, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
All marriages go through their ups and downs, eh, Doc?
Yeah.
But you've got to be honest. You know, straight up with things, even though some things are a bit difficult to talk about.
Max, is something worrying you?
It's just that if there are secrets between you, they're just going to lie there and fester.
What kind of secret?
People change. I've changed. Oh, yeah, well, thanks very much, Doc. I'll, see myself out.
Take care, Mr. Harris. See you next week. Oh, Max, can I have a word?
Has she said something to you?
Only that she's worried about you.
My private life's got nothing to do with her.
She's your wife, Max.
Jackie?
It's just that you've changed so much since the operation.
Have you been speaking to him behind my back?
Only because I know that there's something wrong.
You don't know anything.
You've changed so much.
Look, let's just sit down calmly and talk about this.
I don't need to listen to any of this rubbish. Now, just leave me alone, the lot of you.
Oh, all right.
You made a right fool out of me.
So, we've heard all the evidence related to the case against Dr. Granger.
Thanks for coming. We really appreciate your support.
So, Miss Shea, would you please deliver your closing statement to the panel?
To ask the general public to describe what the word doctor means to them, they would likely describe someone who is honest, caring, and above all, trustworthy. Sadly, from the evidence we've heard over the past few days, none of these sentiments apply to Daniel Granger. What we have heard, however, is that Granger is a gambler and a thief. A Jekyll and Hyde character who's prepared to steal from those closest to him, and in the words of a colleague, damage the reputation of his practice in order to fund his addiction. An addiction which, as we've heard from his former business partner, is not confined to the gaming tables. As we are all aware, any hint of drug taking amongst the medical professionals...
As my learned friend knows, this is pure speculation.
And as you're fully aware, Miss Shea, there's no evidence that Dr. Granger took drugs of any kind. The panel will disregard Miss Shea's comments on this matter.
I apologize for my error. But what we do have clear evidence of is that Granger has flouted the trust placed in him by his family, friends, and colleagues. In short, Mr. Granger is a practiced and consummate liar and thief, unworthy of the title of doctor.
You promised you won't tell anyone.
You can talk to me in confidence.
I think he's been going through my underwear drawer. Some things have gone missing, silly things, like pairs of tights.
Are you sure?
I wish I wasn't.
And you've not mentioned it to him?
You saw how he reacted earlier. I can hardly talk to him anymore.
He's been through a lot, you know. What with facing up to death, which he certainly was before the surgery. It could have had a much deeper effect than we realised.
I thought this new heart would make our lives better. But instead, it's like living with a total stranger. What have you done?
What's he doing here?
You took the car keys.
I can take a look at that for you if you like.
No, thanks. And when you've finished, you can go.
First of all, members of the panel, I would like you to be particularly clear regarding my learned friend's supposed error in alluding to drug taking by Dr. Granger. This is a most damaging allegation, and I must stress again that not once during this hearing has there been any evidence to support such a claim.
We've been over this, Mr. Barclay.
Indeed we have. But I'm sure you appreciate my desire for my client to have the fairest hearing possible. Dr. Granger is a talented professional who gives the very best of care to his patients. During all the evidence we have heard in this room, not once has this been in dispute. In fact, Dr. Woodson went to great pains to explain what expert counseling she had received from Dr. Granger during a particularly difficult case. He was, she told us, a huge support to her, both on a professional and personal level. And previously, having established a very successful practice with his partner, Dr. Palmer, my client's track record as a doctor speaks for itself. Daniel is a good, if not a great, doctor. But he is also human, flawed, like the rest of us. Yes, he is a gambler. Yes, he stole to support his addiction. That is fact. But what is also fact is that Daniel is determined to try and make amends for the pain and upset he's caused. He regularly attends Gamblers Anonymous in the hope of beating his problem. And he is prepared to battle his demons to regain the trust of his friends and family. In facing up to his wrongdoings, and having endured a very stressful incarceration on remand, surely Dr. Granger has already been punished enough.
Haven't you got the message yet?
Thick skin. Comes with the uniform.
The caring face of the NHS.
Yeah. Talk to me, Max.
If it's not you on my back, it's Jackie.
Oh, she's worried about you.
Yeah, right.
She doesn't understand what's going on.
Well, that makes two of us.
So, tell me what's bothering you.
I'm beginning to wish I'd taken my chances with my old heart.
You didn't have any chances left, mate, you know that.
Yeah, but at least I knew who I was.
It's just your heart that's changed.
Oh, only? Huh, you don't know the half of it, mate.
Oh, well, tell me about it.
Oh, I used to have a life. Ordinary, boring, maybe. But Jackie and I, we were happy. We just sort of jogged along together.
And now?
Everything's changed. It's all a mess.
Hey, come on, you've got your life back.
No, I've got a life. Some poor sucker I didn't even know existed.
It's still your life, no matter whose heart you've got.
but it all feels wrong. I haven't got a clue who I'm turning into.
That's not how it works.
Oh, yeah? So how do you account for this? Huh? I don't know whether to chomp on a Yorkie or do a pirouette.
Oh, good Lord, it's Max Wall.
It's not funny. Here am I turning into some sort of freak and all she can do is laugh.
Oh, I'm sorry, love.
Look, we're just trying to understand.
Well, then, cop a load of this. Both those two died the week of my operation, and both families donated the organs for transplant.
One of them lived in Selly Oak and the other in Edgbaston.
And you think you've got one of their hearts?
Well, I must have. The trouble is, I don't know which one.
Dr. Granger, was there anything you wish to say to the panel? This is your opportunity to respond to the evidence we've heard.
I'd like to say that I know I can't undo the damage I've done to myself or to others. All I can do is promise that I'll do everything possible to beat this illness, because that's what gambling is, an addiction which takes hold of you and won't let go. My gambling's changed me into someone that I barely recognize. A man who steals from people who care about him and lies to get what he wants. And I just want to say how sorry I am for the pain and upset that I've caused to my friends and colleagues, but especially to my uncle, Dr. Fenton, who's always been there for me, and I know how badly I've let him down. But whatever else I've done, I swear I've never once let my patients down, never once. Because being a doctor, following in my uncle's footsteps, has been a dream for me since I was a child. And I'm a good doctor because I care about my patients. If they're sick, I want to heal them. And if they're troubled, I'm there to support them. And I'm proud I've been able to make a difference to so many people's lives. So, I'm asking you, please don't take that away from me.
Yeah, but why don't I feel like me? I mean, what's all this about?
Oh, it's not just your body that underwent the surgery, and your mind felt the impact too. And an operation's pretty traumatic, especially for somebody as ill as you were. And don't forget, your mind had conditioned itself to the idea of death.
It was the worst time of our lives.
Barely dared hope, did we, love?
Mm.
And then the miracle happened. You got a new heart.
All that praying worked.
But the sad thing is that somebody else had to die so you could live. That's pretty heavy stuff.
Didn't like to think about it. I just grabbed the chance and tried to get better, but the fitter I got, the more I thought about it, the more the guilt set in.
Oh, love.
Some poor family was mourning somebody they loved. I just had to know.
And so you tracked these down?
Yeah, and it all became a big muddle in my head. Was I a dancer or a born-again trucker? The old Max Walsh just got lost in the mess.
Just for a little while, that's all.
Now he's back.
You can never be sure whose heart you have, so you might as well be grateful you got your future back.
Yeah. Feel right, Prawn.
Of course not.
You haven't seen what I did when I left you. Sorry, love. I wimped out before he could finish it.
Max!
It's a classic.
Well, I think it'll look very nice with a few roses.
You are joking.
First thing tomorrow, we've got a date with that tattooist.
Well, I think that went rather well.
Are you sure I didn't mess up?
Oh, not at all. No, no. You delivered absolutely the right blend of humility and honesty. Impact, that's what you gave them.
I just wish I knew what they were thinking.
I don't think we'll have long to wait.
You know your nephew took drugs.
It's not an issue, Vivian.
You may choose to believe that, Dr. Fenton.
You were there, you heard what was said. There is absolutely no evidence to support any allegation of drug taking.
I saw him taking those pills with my own
The
eyes.
hearing is over.
Maybe. But are you sure you can overlook something as serious as that, Dr.
You can't keep running away from me.
Then leave me alone.
This is about us, George.
There is no us. It was a mistake, as simple as that.
Which you obviously can't get past.
Oh, if I could take back every second of that night, I would.
It felt right at the time. For both of us.
Yeah, but it wasn't, was it? And I have to face Ronnie every day knowing what I've done to him.
And maybe you should tell him.
Well, and risk losing him. I don't want that.
You'd rather go on like this. It's tearing you apart.
So?
So, come clean with Ronnie. Get it out in the open. Deal with it.
Oh, you want him to find out, don't you?
If it helps you get over this.
You want to break us up?
Crazy.
You said something to me in the car the night of the crash. You said, if I wasn't married. You were flirting with me.
I was drunk.
Have you got some kind of sick crush on me? Is that what this is all about?
No.
If you think for 1 second that you're going to split me and Ronnie up and have me all to yourself, then you're seriously deluded.
You've got this all wrong, George. George!
Try and relax. You said Barclay's pretty positive things went your way.
Yeah, he is. Ah, what did they say? Have they reached a decision?
No. I don't quite know why they're taking so long.
You just have to wait it out.
Actually, I think it's better you both go home.
No way, not till I know where I stand.
Well, surely we both need to be here for when they deliver the verdict.
You might have quite a long wait, I'm afraid.
But you said it was cut and dried.
Yes, I know, but I have jumped the gun, I'm afraid.
Great.
They need more time to weigh out the evidence.
How much time?
A bit longer. But we won't have a verdict before Monday.
And is that a good or a bad thing?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really know.
Brian's not his dad, he's Justin's nanny.
Manny? That male nanny.
Why would I ever toddler in here?
You tell me.
I'm going to report him so he doesn't do this to some other family.
Good Lord, it's Jackie O.
No, no,
This panel finds the defendant's behaviour in these regards to be highly reprehensible.
Well, it's not funny.
Jack stirs it up between Peggy and Phil in EastEnders tonight at 8. Next on BBC1, Susan's in trouble. In Neighbours,